And there you have it. Hello everyone, and welcome to .hack Infection. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to be playing this game because it is one of my favorites. And I know I shouldn't be starting a new series, but I just can't help myself, okay? I just can't help it. So, let's see, let's go to sound. We're gonna go ahead and turn down the main volume just a little bit. So that hopefully you can hear everything just fine. That should be hopefully good. But yeah, this is one of my favorite games. I want to talk more about it, but we'll just get into it first, and then you're going to hear me talk a lot about .hack and the universe. So yeah, let's just dive right in. Man, these graphics though, they have not aged well.
Der Mann des Schattens, auf der Suche nach dem Abendrachen, ist noch nicht zurückgekommen. Der Herde der Finsternis grollt. Helba, Königin der Finsternis, stellt schließlich ein Heer auf. Alparon, König des Lichts, grüßt sie, und sie treffen sich am Fuße des Regenbogens. Die verfluchte Welle muss gemeinsam bekämpft werden. Der See von Alba brodelt. Der große Baum des Lichts fällt. Alle Macht zerfällt zu Tropfen im Tempel von Arche Köln. Wesen ohne Schatten, ihre Welt zerfällt zu nichts. Der Mann des Schattens auf der Suche nach dem Abenddrachen kehrt niemals mehr zurück.
Yep, Epitaph of the Twilight, written by Emma Weiland, who is obviously German. Ooh, I love this. This is so nostalgic.
Okay, user registration is done. Now for a name. Yasuhiko's probably already there waiting for me. I'd better hurry.
Registration process for the world is finished. Reconfirming your name and character name. Alright, so I am... character name's obviously going to be Kite. Character name doesn't really... Username doesn't really matter. But obviously, just for the sake of this video, I'm just going to make it Samutari. But that doesn't really affect anything. So, it's more just for save files and stuff. And then the character name, I'm not going to change it, because this is pretty much a solid story where, you know, you shouldn't change the name per se if you want it to be canon to the universe, so I'm just going to leave it alone. So, registering name, proceed, yes. User registration is approved. To start the game, select the world from your desktop. Please enjoy the world. Yay. I'm so happy. I'm so giddy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I love this because this is supposed to mimic a desktop. So .hack Infection. Oh my god. So it's one of 4 games. So we're gonna go
I'll check my email first.
Well, fine, Kite. So let's go to our email. CC Corporation. Yasuhiko. Hey, did you finish registering? What kind of character are you? Oh, and like I said at school, you'll regret it if you use a smartass name. I'm Orca in the world, so keep that in mind. Don't call me by my real name. You can be a different person when you're there. Well, be more like the guy you want to be. Anyways, I'll be at the root town. CC Corporation, thank you. Thank you for registering. This is a notification email to complete the registration process. The world, the game, is comprised of several servers. The adventure begins by inputting codes at the Chaos Gates and root towns, which are located in each of the servers. Let me introduce each of the servers and root towns. Aqua Capital, Makanu. Makanu means the son of a goddess. Though there are waterways throughout the town, the sounds and scenery will bring you peace. Highland City, Dunlareg. Dunlareg means the Weaver Guardian. It's a city protected by sprites with buildings made of rocks coexisting with nature. The wind will challenge the adventurers on their quest. Cultural City, Carmina Gadelica. Carmina Gadelica means the Song of Gale. It is the metropolis, a fusion of science and traditional cultural knowledge. Aerial City, Fort Alf. Fort Alf means the Fort of Elves. It originated as a fort built in preparation for a war with Carmina Gadelica, but since the peace agreement, it has acted as a watchtower for monsters. The Relic City, Leofail. Leofail means the Stone of Destiny. The city was a holy ground for the Tartarga people before the Great War, but it was destroyed by the Carmina Gadelica forces, which did not like the idea. Please choose them at the Chaos Gate in the root town. It is recommended that you start in the beginning server while your level is low, which is Makanu. Now let's go on an adventure. The system of the world has been updated to version 2.75. With its update, the following elements have been added. Monster tolerances. For a group of monsters, certain physical/magical attacks will cause 0 damage because of their defense mechanisms. Elemental hit. Attacks with elemental skills that are opposite the monster attribute to it and will result in 2 times the damage. Treasure chest items. You may obtain different items depending on the type of treasure chests. Many items are now available from the Got statue. For more detail, please see the version update information listed on the board. So that's our email. We can also go to news. So the news essentially mimics like actual world stuff, and it just kind of helps with world building. WNC official statement. The World Network Council announced today that the market penetration of the Network OS Ultimate has reached almost 100% around the globe. This means that all network computer terminals in homes or businesses are now compatible with Ultimate. WNC Public Relations stated that the Pluto Kiss incident of December 2005 and the 2-year period following the incident, commonly known as the Twilight of the New Gods, is now only a page in history. Some officials state that after 6 emotional years of ups and downs, the new generation HyperNet plan proposed in April of 2004 has finally been fulfilled. 0.49% error rate. The sound recognition device has evolved to near perfection with a less than 0.5% error rate. When switched to chat mode, it recognizes the pauses by the speaker and translates them as ... The day may come when keyboards are obsolete. That'd be nice. Neuro Goggles FMD. Sony's announced that it will soon sell a new head-mounted video display, the Neuro Goggle FMD. It is customized for popular CC Corporation game, The World. Retail price has not yet been set. Which is crazy, because now we have the Oculus, but back when this game came out, because it was on the PS2, something like this was whoa, super futuristic, you know? Compatible with the mega popular online game, The World. Lightweight with rainbow eye coding. Maximum of 100-hour consecutive use using the CC iron battery. Can you imagine if something had 100 hours of use on, without needing to charge? The World tops 20 million. Sales of the online role-playing game, The World, CC Corporation December 2007, have exceeded 20 million copies worldwide. The game was the first online game released since the Twilight of the New Gods incident. It sold 10 million copies in its first 6 months and has steadily grown in its sales through various upgrades. Reports state that there are around 10 million users in Japan alone. CC Corporation, in its press release, stated, "We are grateful for the support, but also feel that there is a social obligation that we must meet." According to a source within CC Corporation, they are considering a submission to the Guinness Book of World Records as the highest-selling game in history. New transportation system operational. The Real-Time Transportation Control System, RTCS, ended its trial period today. and will be fully operational starting tomorrow. It is predicted that chronic traffic jams will be resolved by this system. This system's main feature is the ability to control and adjust traffic lights depending on the situation. It can also predict the best timing at railway stops. When there is a crime, it will turn all traffic lights around the area to red to help prevent the culprit from escaping. Of course, it is questionable whether the criminals will follow the traffic laws. Naturally. So now that we've gotten all that, what we can do is we can go to the world, which I love. And here we are. So, whenever you click on the world, you have the option to log in, which starts the game. The board is the actual message board, so it obviously has some new stuff to look at, so let's go ahead and look at the board. Version upgrade information. Again, this is kind of like your tutorial. It tells you, like, about elemental tolerance. So, essentially, it kind of tells you that there's an elemental system, kind of similar to Pokemon, like how fire is weak to water, but fire is strong against grass. It's kind of the same thing here. Elemental tolerance is a monster-specific tolerance where monster receives 0 damage from elemental skills. It is tolerant to a specific element such as fire. For example, if you cast Vakdon to a fire element tolerant monster, it'll do no damage. So use non-element attacks such as basic attacks or other element skills. And it'll tell you if it has an elemental tolerance or a magical tolerance. Physical tolerance, there's also physical tolerant monsters, which means you have to use magical attacks. There are magic tolerant monsters, which means you have to use physical attacks. All of the tolerance explained above can be cancelled by decreasing the status parameter of a magic with skills and items, for example, cancelling earth element. Yeah, so this is your tutorial about how to do, like, certain elemental hits. Okay, here we go. The element relationship is as follows. Wood is strong against earth, but earth is strong against wood. Thunder to darkness, darkness to thunder, water to fire, fire to water. So, players cannot receive elemental hits. Okay. So that's what we basically have to remember. If something's a wood element or an earth element, we just have to use either wood or earth in opposite of it. Same with thunder, darkness, water, and fire. So those are the elements. I always thought the elements were a little weird, but you know, it is what it is. Items and treasures, that's not too important. Symbol. So this is the fun part of the board, right? You go on the board and it's like there's actual, like, people talking. So, what does the symbol do? Hinata. You know the green things called symbol by a dungeon? Is there some meaning for them? It explodes when you touch it, so I kind of thought it was a trap of some kind. If you touch them, they'll have a special effect on you, like healing, increasing your strength, etc. Effects are random, so you don't know what you might get. Things on fire in the field are the same. When you find one, just use it. So again, this is more tutorial stuff, but Straw Millionaire. Starting with cat's blades, and after trading several times, I got the legendary Megiddo wand. I never thought I would get something this good. Wow, I want to trade well and get good item too. If you have any good tips, please tell me. It's not really a tip, but for example, to a twin blade, the wand for Wave Master is not a very important item, right? But even though it's not important to you, it might be to another party member. So you just have to keep an eye on what the other guy wants and offer that item. Oh, and you can only trade 3 types of items at up to 99 of each. Good luck on trading. So there is a trade system, and essentially, like, it's kind of what they explained. There's going to be NPCs in the games that are going to have items, and if you want something of theirs, you have to give them something that they want in return. You can trade up to 3 items, and then you have to fulfill like a want meter, or like I guess a star meter, and if you fill up the star meter, then you get the item. So, these are, okay, so this is a lot. I want to read it all because it's all really important to the world. So the Spring of Mist. Essentially, there's this spirit that gives you stuff. Author Wing. I've thrown in weapons into the Spring of Mist that are in the fields, but there are times when the level of the weapon increases or decreases. Is there a reason? I'm not certain, but weather seems to play a role in whether or not a weapon or an armor gets stronger or weaker. When I put a weapon in the grasslands when it was sunny, it got strong, but when it was raining, it got weaker. I haven't tried armor, so I don't know. At night. I'm pretty sure weather is involved, though I don't think it really matters what kind of field you're in. When I tried it at night, both weapons and armor got strong. What if it's cloudy? When it was cloudy, my armor got weaker, but when there was thunder and rain, my armor got stronger. By the way, aren't Grandpa and Monsieur totally annoying? Yeah, it does get annoying, both the voice and the face. Well, my armor got strong, so I won't complain. By the way, is anyone collecting the golden axe? This weapon isn't that strong, right? People do collect it. Someone named Tim wanted to trade it for the other day, and apparently there are a couple more like him too. Aren't most of the people who collect the golden and silver axe at high levels? I was asked by Messino for a trade, but I didn't have it. But if I did, it seemed like he would have traded some pretty good items. I think I missed out on a good opportunity there. You only have to throw in unwanted weapons and armor to get gold and silver axe. I envy those high-level players. They've got tons of stuff they don't need. So again, that's a hint. So, we're not going to read any more of this right now, just because we don't really need it, I don't think. But we'll need it later. But we're going to go ahead and log in, because I don't think you guys want to be bored with all that stuff. But here we are, Aqua Capital Mac Anu. I am so excited. I am so excited. Oh, just how I remember it.
Hey, you made it. Hey, it's me, Orca, the Blade Master.
Whoa! You look so different from the real Yasuhiko. Nothing like the real you.
Hey, in this game I'm Orca. Regardless of what I am in reality, I'm pretty well known here. What?
No, you look great.
Smile, like,
Anyway, take this.
You now have Orca's member address.
Member address is the flashmail address you can only access in the world. With flashmail, you can exchange messages with others in real time, as long as you are in the world. It's mostly used by newbies to contact other players to form a party. Try it out by inviting me to join your party. First, press the triangle button to open the menu. In the menu, select Party. Next, select Add. Names of players who gave you their member addresses will be listed here. Choose a player you want to invite to your party and send a flash mail. Since you just started, you probably only have my member address. Now, press the X button twice to send a flash mail to me. Ah, got it. Join my party. It's kind of weird mailing each other when we're face to face.
And there we go.
See? My name appears under your screen. That means I'm in your party. By the way, flash mail is only available when you're in a town. Oh, and you can't contact people when they're not logged into the world. People do have a life, you know. We're not online 24/7. In other words, you can't always count on the same members to form a party. So, try to get as many member addresses as you can. You'll have more fun that way. Well, how you play is up to you. But since EXP and stuff isn't divided among party members, you really don't benefit if you go solo. Okay, well, why don't we head off? There's nothing to worry about. I found a perfect place for newbies. This is the Chaos Gate, sort of transfer device that takes us from one place to another. Now, press the X button. In the world, each play zone is called an area, determined by a combination of 3 keywords. Select New Keyword. This is the keyword screen. At the top is the entry plate. You put the 3 selected keywords one by one for each part, A, B, and C. Left of the entry plate is all the keywords you have. You can collect more of them by reading your emails, the board, and from other players. Now, let's enter some keywords by starting with part A. Select Bursting from the list. Good. Next for part B, select Passed Over. For the last one in part C, select Aquafield. Now you're done specifying the area. Oh, one more thing. You see the symbol on the left next to the keyword? That's the server symbol. It indicates which server you are currently logged on to. This symbol is Delta, so we're logged on to the Delta server. The list on the bottom right is the area status list. See the jewel next to the field type and dungeon?
Mm-hmm.
That indicates how the selected keyword affects the status. For example, check the field type. See the jewel on the right? This means that the field type is being determined by Aquafield, the keyword in C. We don't know what kind of field the current keyword will create until we get there. But once we learn the effect of that keyword, we can combine it with other keywords effectively. For more details, check out the board on your own time. All right, let's get going to the Delta bursting past over Aquafield. Select Warp.
So it is a lot, but yeah, there's a billion combinations of dungeons you can do, and it all is from using different keys, and you can use every single key.
Before we get going, let me explain to you about the camera control. During the game, enemies will attack from all directions. The idea is to adjust your view quickly to see your enemy and grasp the situation. I'll explain more later, but remember, you can only use skills on targets you can see. Basically, if you don't use the camera right, you'll be dead before you know it.
He's actually like a really good mentor.
First, rotate the camera. Push either the L1 button or the R1 button to move the
Oh god,
camera.
I forgot about the camera control. Okay.
Good. Next, let's zoom in and zoom out. You can zoom the camera in or out by using the right analog stick. Try it. Yeah, that's it. Finally, you reset the camera by pushing the R2 button. There you go. Remember, when the
gosh.
battle starts, constantly adjust your camera.
Oh, and there go my dogs. Oh goodness.
Okay. And this is the field.
The field.
It's the lowest level in the area. When you want to return to the town, press the triangle button and select Gate Out from the menu. Grassland, wilderness, and jungle are some of the field types. You can set them with keywords. The combination of field type and weather determines the area elements. For example, if it's a grassland and it's raining, that area will be a water element stage. The elements also affect the type of monsters that will appear and the items you can get. Don't worry about it now. As you get used to it, combine words to get different elements. Now, let's get going on our quest. First, check the map at top right.
Mm-hmm.
You see the red down arrow on it? That's the gate to the dungeon. In the dungeon's deepest level, there's a god statue that usually holds a rare item. Basically, the goal is to reach this statue. But enemies are often tougher down there, so gain some levels above ground before you head below. Okay, wait a sec.
Wait a sec. I've been waiting this whole time, Orga.
By using the fairy's orb, hidden data on the map becomes visible, like this.
But you have to buy fairies orbs or you have to find them, so...
Yellow areas on the map show magic portals, where you encounter monsters and treasures. All right. How about we go pick a fight? Head for one of the magic portals.
You mean like the one right in front of me?
For a basic attack, approach the target and press the X button. By the way, a cursor appears on the target so that you can check its name and hit points. Try using a basic attack to defeat some monsters.
Okay, so this kind of does follow, RNG rules. So, obviously, depending on what your weapon has, as far as, attack accuracy and different stats, you will miss several attacks.
You started to get the hang of it, right? Okay, let's try using skills. Press the triangle button to open the menu, and select skills. Okay then. Choose Repth from the list. When the target cursor appears, select the target and press the X button to execute. That's it. Pretty easy, huh? You can target a party member for recovery or remedy skills, and the enemy for attack skills. Remember, you can only apply skills to targets within your view. Before using a skill, adjust the camera so that your target comes into view. Well, you must be sick of me at this point.
Just a little bit, Orca.
It's your turn to tell me what to do by using chat commands. Okay, I'll teach you the command to get your members to heal. Okay then, press the square button to open the menu. Next, go ahead and choose first aid from the menu.
Man, you're picky, he says.
Well, it's good to be the boss, isn't it? If you use it well, you can bunch up on the enemy, or give separate orders to each party member.
Which is generally what I do.
When you add new members to the party, try various chat commands to see their effects. That's it for now. Just remember what you learned. Start exploring. When you think you're ready, we'll head for the dungeon.
Okay, so I can actually turn the camera using the analog stick, so it's really not that bad. But way back when, I didn't actually know how the analog sticks work. It's grunty food. So, if ever you see me playing another game and I'm just like Mandragora, or I'm like Spiny Pumpkin, or something like that, or Spiny Apple, yeah, I'll do like random crap like that. Usually I'm quoting this game because of the amount of time I played this. I love these things, but we don't have anything to throw in there.
This spring has a strange feel. Maybe I should throw in a weapon or a piece of armor.
But I have nothing to throw in, which is unfortunate because I would love to, because I love Monsieur. So, but we'll see plenty of Monsieur later, I'm sure. So, but for now, I'm just hitting all the little stuffs. We're not gonna level up regardless, but we are gonna head into the dungeon. There's gonna be a lot more to explain. It's just, like I said, this is the opening stuff. There's not really too much
Now we can start exploring the dungeon.
that I can explain until we're, like, through this beginning section, so.
One thing you need to remember is that you can't gate out when you're in a dungeon.
Same as you can't do anything while you're in battle mode either until you're out of battle mode.
To gate out and return to the town, you have to go back to the field.
Or there's a flute that you can use.
The Sprite Ocarina will warp you to the surface, but you can't use it during battle.
Yup. I know that.
This is the treasure box, but you knew that, right? You should know that there are two types of treasure boxes, normal and booby-trapped.
Normal is yellow, booby-trapped is blue.
This one's normal. Hit the X button to open it. This one's booby-trapped. Notice a different color? Try to open it as is, and you're screwed. Just use the fortune wire on it. This item will disarm the trap. See? Now it's safe to open. Press the X button to open it.
Gale Breath. Alright, so all the dungeons are randomly generated. So yeah. And there is a way to see the whole map, but... Uh-oh, spoopy girl. And spoopy monster.
What the? Did you just see that?
Yeah. Was that thing chasing her?
Yeah, but... something like that on this level?
Okay, so obviously, as you can see, we kind of have two routes. We can obviously go the route where the monster was chasing the girl, or we can go the opposite. The thing is there is a certain sort of, like, quote-unquote achievement, for...
Better watch out! We're trapped in here!
There is a sort of achievement for clearing the entirety
In the
of a dungeon.
there are rooms with traps everywhere. The only way to get out of a trap like this is by activating all the magic portals in the room. All right, let's charge to that magic portal.
And then we can go down a level. Now, obviously, completing this dungeon is optional, but I always like to do it just because the more items that you get in this game and the more experience that you have, the better time you're gonna have. Because at the end of the day, this is a JRPG, which means your level and your equipment is actually very important. So here we have Operation Wonder Battle, which is attack the closest enemy. Operation Union Battle. There's different things like Follow Me, Operation Recover. You can command Orca to designate target, but it'll only target what I can see, which I can only see the disco knife and the magical goblin. And as you can see, this one has fire tolerance, which means fire attacks are not going to work. Now, I can tell him to use recovery skills, and then that's all he's going to do. So, instead of ordering him, I'm just going to say, hey, use first aid. And then he'll keep me alive, for now. Because right now, Orca has, like, literally every item in the book. So, and I don't think I have any fortune wearers items. Oh, I do. He gave me some. Okay, good. A leather coat. Equipment. Amateur blades. Nomad's hood. Leather armor. Okay, so leather coat, what it does is it increases my defense and my evade, and it raises my overall health. There are going to be attacks that'll actually change your elements. Now, here's the thing. What it's going to do is it's going to get rid of my ability called Vac Cruise, and it's going to give me an ability called Ganzot. So you have to also base your equipment, like, based on what sort of, like, things you want as far as, like, spells. So sometimes, even though equipment is better, quote-unquote, you're gonna sacrifice a spell that you like, so sometimes you have to stick with the weaker equipment.
This is the room where the statue is.
But sometimes you have to sacrifice weaker equipment so that you can have a spell that you actually need.
There's only one of them at the dungeon's deepest level, and you can get rare items from it. That's enough adventure for now. Let's grab the treasure and get back to town, shall we? If we had a Sprite Oak arena, we could warp out of here. But we don't have one. So we gotta go back the way we just came.
Steel blades, yellow candy, another yellow candy. Okay, so we're gonna go back to that. Now we have steel blades. It's gonna get rid of my saber dance, but give me tiger claws, but it raises my attack and accuracy, so it's good by me.
Or was the rumor true?
Take this.
Huh?
Please take this. There's no time. Please.
What's this?
A great force. The power it holds can bring forth either salvation or destruction at the whim of the user.
You're...
It's coming.
Run. It'll kill you. What the hell? What is this? Something wrong. Nothing works.
Yeah, this part was so messed up when I first played this game. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, what is happening? And it's still, like, even now, I'm transported back to that time.
It wasn't supposed to be this way. I'm sorry. Get out of here!
And the newbie's like, oh crap. Wild stuff. System error. Helba, my love.
What was wrong with Yasuhiko? Why was he upset? I wanted to ask him, but he wouldn't even pick up the phone. And then, the next day, I found out that Yasuhiko had been hospitalized. I rushed to the hospital, but they wouldn't even let me see him. But I guess it's better this way. I didn't want to see him all week, and he wouldn't want that either. But what the hell happened to him? I have a feeling that the key to it is somewhere in the world.
Alright, so there's obviously a lot going on. To all users of the world, we apologize for the inconvenience. Due to problems with our servers, we currently are focusing on our efforts in finding the cause of the problem. However, in order to proceed efficiently, we will limit play to only that of the Delta and... what is it? That's not Omega, I don't think, but... thank you for your understanding. So... I wish I found, like, a place where I could explain this, like, more efficiently. Because
I
there's so
should
much...
post on the board about Yasuhiko. Maybe someone will respond to it.
Because there's just so much going on. Author Kite. My friend is in a coma after playing this game. He's hospitalized and still isn't out yet. But do these things actually happen? Does anyone know the reason? Anyone know someone else in the same state? How can I get him out of the coma? The people who made the game look here too, right? Please give me some kind of information. Thank you. Okay. So, and again, there's really not anything else going on here. They're too strong. The enemies are strong in every single area I've been in. Check the board. If you put in keywords randomly, you usually don't get the area that's right for you. You should probably check the board more. Other players will post low-level areas and keywords. Hey, are you forming parties when you go out? The difficulty level varies if you've got friends or go solo. If you got no friends, well, I can't really help you there. You need a member addresses of other players to form parties. A member address is like a business card. You can call up other players in towns and areas by mail. Just open the menu in the root town and select the player you want. If you want or collect member addresses, all you need to do is make friends. So, like I said, I wish there was a way to really explain it. But I'm just gonna log in and then we'll kind of like do a thing. Thank you for visiting the world. All services are currently unavailable due to maintenance. We apologize for any inconvenience and ask for your patience. Okay. I think all we can do is quit. And then we have to read something else. Yep, mailer. To the something who holds the book. Something is looking for me. I know it's Scythe, but Scythe is looking for me. Please, yeah, something... I think it's please. No, it's not. Yes, it's please. Please, something, no time. Please help me. Who sent this? I can't read it. Okay, now we go back to the world. Let's see, can't use skills, defense and evade. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna explain this here. So essentially this game, since, you know, there's a lot to this game. This game, essentially was, if you've ever seen Dot Hack Sign or Dot Hack Legend of the Twilight, obviously Dot Hack Sign was meant to be sort of like promotional material for this game. Dot Hack Sign is the prequel events to what is going on in this game. This game is a 4-part series. It was spread out across 4 games on the PlayStation 2. There is Dot Hack Infection, Dot Hack Mutation, Dot Hack Outbreak, and Dot Hack Quarantine. It's collectively known as the EMOC series by a lot of people. And it's obviously one of my favorite games, and that's why I've been so excited. The world of Dot Hack is crazy. If you've ever heard my spiels about the NieR universe, Dot Hack is another one of those types of rabbit holes, which are my favorite to go down, because you not only have to look at the anime and the video games, you have to read the novels, read the the online magazines. You have to go into all these different pieces. Not only did these games come with a video game, but they also came with a DVD known as Dot Hack Liminality. Liminality followed a separate storyline of a girl who was investigating events happening in the world with these comas. But the events in Liminality actually help and connect in ways with what is happening in this game. So, since I'm not going to be playing the anime while I'm also playing the game, we are missing out on some, like, substance with these games. So you're getting a kind of muted experience from what these games are. But yeah, so there's a lot going on. Orca obviously invited his friend Kite to play the world. Kite had never played this game before. Orca takes him to a beginning field where he thinks everything's going to be super easy, and something's not right. We obviously see that massive monster with the cross-like weapon chasing a ghost-like woman. Orca is aware of what these things are, okay? It's obvious, it's not so obvious until he says, "You're," or "Could the rumors be true?" Obviously, there's been rumors floating around about this girl and the monster. This was something that Orca was investigating before Kite even started playing the game. And unfortunately, Kite got wrapped up in these events that Orca had been investigating. And so Orca kind of feels a little guilty. That's when he's like, "I'm sorry, it wasn't supposed to be this way." Because he obviously didn't know the true dangers of what meeting this girl would imply. The mysterious book that she gave us, or that she gave Orca, obviously she said that there was it had the power of salvation or destruction. Clearly this monster is chasing after this book, and we unwittingly became the bearer of this strange power because Orca was captured by the monster. We weren't. We were saved by another woman whose name is Helba, and she'll introduce herself eventually. But she saved us, the book chose us as its wielder, and now there's a lot going on. And now we can log in. And now we get to meet one of my other favorite characters. I love how he's just like, "Man, this girl's more lost than I am."
What? What is it? You got something to say?
No.
No.
Oh, I get it now. You are a newbie, aren't you? I might have guessed. Well, are you or not? Come on now, don't be shy. You can tell me. Listen, in case you're not aware of it, you're being very rude. It's impolite to stare at someone like that. You have to understand it's the same as the real world. Don't you get it? Ugh. Last chance. What is up with you anyway, huh? Come on, will you say something already?
And then she runs away. It's alright, Kai. I'm confused too. I love her though. The Aqua Capital Macanu. I guess I'll get my gear first. I want to collect some information as well. Okay. So, the thing with this game that you have to be kind of aware of, and I'm going to change the controls eventually so that I don't zoom in and out like crazy using the analog stick, but one thing that you need to remember with this game is you have to save your game. It doesn't have autosave, and formatting, okay. Thank you. Create save data, yes. Come on. Save data created. Okay. Thank you. Yay! Alright. So you have to save your game because otherwise this does not have autosave, and if you die in the field, you're basically screwed. You can only save at a recorder, and I think on your desktop it allows you to save. But yeah. Alright, so there are all these NPCs running around, and you can actually talk to them. So this person's name is Heavy. They obviously have nothing to say. Hey, this is supposed to be broadband. Or you can trade with them. So, this person has Lath Blades, which is level 4. Level 6 for heavy blades. Fire Dance Hat. So different weapons and armors are for different things. So obviously the Rusted Hands, it can only be used by heavy blades and stuff like that. It cannot be used by Twin Blades, Long Arms, or Wave Masters. So you have to be wary when buying equipment, because obviously, you know, there are some things that you can't get, because you wouldn't be able to wear them. So, say I want the Lath Blades, right? Then it's like, okay, select items for trade. Well, then you're gonna go through your items. Well, I have yellow candy, and they really like the yellow candy. So it's like, okay, cool. So, since their approved meter went fully up, I can trade under these conditions, and now I have the Lath Blades. Now, I don't think things are level locked, but maybe they are. So the Lath Blades, ooh, those are better. So what it does is it takes down my earth element and gives me full wood element. Also, I lose Tiger Claws, but I get Orchid Dance, which honestly is pretty neat. And as you see, my blades actually change. That's another thing I love about this game, is that every time you change your equipment, at least the weapons, they actually change. And some of the weapons actually do look really cool. So, the thing is you do want to talk to the NPCs, you do want to see who's online. The NPCs do change. What's up, Crest? This is something that's been on my mind for a while. Why are there only 5 grades, A through F? I don't know. He's obviously talking about school. Spark Blade, I don't want because that's only level 3. I can't really use any of this. I could use the Worm Scale. It's level 17 body armor. But do I actually want it? No, probably not. Temporary decrease in target's magical accuracy. What about these guys? What's up? Anri, do you want to trade? I want to talk to you. I'll trade 1 Forest Glove for 10 Holy Sap. Oh yeah, those people will give you the good stuff. Do you want to trade? I'll trade 1 Thunder Cloak for 10 Golden Axe and 10 Silver Axe. No. I don't have that yet. Ah, hello. Top. People pick on me because I can be a little clumsy. What do you have to trade? Spark Blades, Cougar Bandana, Miner's Gloves. No, I don't want any of that right Okay, so we can't destroy anything in the town either. So if you see from the map, if we go here, then this is the magic shop. I bought too much stuff. Hi there. When I told Yuki that I liked curry, she said, "Oh, what does that mean?" I don't know. I don't know what it means, man. He also has laugh blades. But obviously this is the magic vendor. There's this little area back here, which sometimes there'll be NPCs kind of chilling in the back. Not always. So anytime you log in, there is going to be different NPCs, so sometimes you want to log in and out so you find the right people. Good evening, how are you? Talk. Hey, wait a sec, I've never seen that weapon before. Oh wait, I have it. Don't you wish you had something more powerful? Well, yeah, do you have something more powerful? Ooh, shadow blades. Yes, please. Would you like leather armor? And steel blades? And maybe... or maybe not. Maybe yellow candy? Trade. Maybe I don't even need... maybe I can just do the yellow candy. Oh. Amateur blades? There you go. Now I have shadow blades. Equipment. Dark dance. Accuracy 11. Nice. Ooh. I like. Hi.
You again. I'm busy right now. Can't you just leave me alone?
You wanted me to talk like 2 seconds ago. Okay, and this is the weapon shop. I don't think I have... let's see, buy. I have, what? 1,000 GP. So, I don't really need any of this stuff. Who are you? Oh, this is Yuki. Hey, how are you doing? Oh, whoa. So how many times did I say hey? I don't know, that was a lot though. It's kind of unnecessary, if you think about it. Noble cloak, light body armor. Sure, now I have noble cloak. Result. I mean, at least I get more stuff. I mean, I'm talking to people, but nobody's telling me anything. Did I already talk to you? No, I didn't. Do you want to trade? I'll trade 1 insight book. Ooh, I want that. For 25 burning oil. Unfortunately, I do not have that, but I do want that insight book. We will want these things because it gives you a permanent buff. But anyways. And this is the item shop. Over here, let's see. Yeah, the Elf's Haven. And this is a bank. So you obviously have a fixed inventory. So yeah, you have a fixed inventory, which means you have to be careful of what you have in your inventory. You can't just keep everything. So anything that you want to save for later, or that you might use for like other party members, you're going to want to put in the bank. Whenever you make any changes in the game, you're obviously going to want to save. So we are going to go ahead and save again since we went ahead and did that. But right now, essentially what you have is you have newbie Kite trying to figure out what's going on in the world. He's trying to figure out how to play this game. Obviously he knows that it has answers to his friend's coma, since it seemed that his friend fell into the coma right after playing the game. You know, and so that's essentially just where we're at right now. The story does start picking up a little bit. Excuse me, but it is pretty slow going at first. But I've never really minded the pacing. That and I could stay in Makanu like forever. But anyways, again, this is one of my favorite games. Dot hacking itself is a complete rabbit hole. The lore of it all, like, you know, just how it works. Fantastic game. And somehow I put myself in first person, help me. But yeah, just a fantastic game. I can't recommend it enough. Why are my sticks inverted? But yeah, like, it's old, as you can see by the freaking line in the sky. It's an old game, You know, it's got its age, okay? But there's something special about games like this, especially ones like this that tried to mimic old school, like, you know, MMOs. Because if you were looking at the dates, like 2007, you know, 2004, you know, there were games that were out as far as MMOs, but there was nothing that kind of was like this. Where, you know, people were wearing virtual headsets and going into these spaces and communicating with one another. Nowadays, with things like the MetaQuest and, you know, whatever else they have in the virtual reality, you know, whatever, you know, this was kind of predicting that sort of future. And it was way ahead of its time. And just the way that it replicated like a desktop and logging in and the forums and even having these NPCs that you could talk to and trade with, this was very unique for a JRPG, I think. But there will be more to come. Like I said, the story will pick up, and as we go along and we have more time, I'll explain more about the Dot Hack universe, just like I do often in the NieR universe, because I am so passionate about Dot Hack. This is absolutely one of my favorites, and honestly, it was this game that inspired me to really start playing MMOs and looking for that perfect MMO for me, that could replicate the world. So yeah, anyways, leave a like if you like the series and if you want to see more. I'm not sure how this is going to go because the save data it's supposed to transfer between the 4 games. I'm really not sure if I'm going to be able to get that to work. So this might just be a 1 disc sort of thing, and we might have to leave it on a cliffhanger until I figure some things out. But, you know, like I said, I just couldn't resist. I've been feeling nostalgic for this game. I've been wanting to play it again, and now we're here, and I couldn't be happier. So leave a like if you like the series, like I said. If you want to talk about Dot Hack, leave a comment in the comment section down below. And thank you guys so much for your continued support of my channel. It is always so lovely to see new people showing up and wanting to see this sort of thing. So anyways, thank you guys so much, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next episode or video. Alright, ciao you guys.